Our first topic of today is the another fact checker website. Yet now, you know that I love fact checking websites. They preserve the truth in on they preserve the truth on websites such as Facebook and other social media like MySpace, right? They're integral to the preservation of truth. So the clip we're going to talk about today, or the fact-checking article we're going to talk about today, is when Joe Biden said we have a big system of voter fraud, right? Now, what is this fact-checking website claiming? Let's.
Expert in a suit. Is this something to be expected?
I have a soundboard, so you're gonna hear random sounds because I don't know where the sounds I've placed are, but I'm sure it'll be very interesting. So we're just gonna skip right onto the verdict because that's what people read on Facebook anyway. Because no one actually reads this, and even if you do read this, this is all word salad. To be real honest with you, it's just an English essay, with a word minimum. I hate essays with a word minimum because it's like if I can say something in 10 words, why are you making me say it in 20? Just real quick, an English essay should have like, if you can't support your thesis in 4 points, then you can't support your thesis. You know what I mean? It shouldn't have a word limit because that's arbitrary. It should have a thesis limit. Like I just said it. Like if you can't support your argument in four points, then you need a new argument. You know what I mean? Something like that. Or you need to have 2 arguments and 2 counter arguments, right? Stuff like that, but not a word limit. So let's go to the verdict. And what's their claim? What's their protection? What's their fact-checking conclusion? The clip was out of context.
Colorful graphic here that shows instances of bullshit like this are on the rise. Is that right?
Yes. So they're saying that when Biden said, when he had that slip of, oh, we have this big system of voter fraud, it was just a slip. It was just a word slip. He didn't mean to say that. So I don't know how many people in our lifetime have slipped the word fraud with protection. I mean, maybe if he said proliferation, right? Or a system of voter proliferation. Something with pro, right? Pro something. Prostitute. Even, maybe. I don't know. But fraud, those are completely 2 different words. I don't know how you fuck up those 2 words. Okay? Now, even if we take that, right? If we believe that it was just a word slip, it's kind of like O.J. Simpson saying, we need to we need to protect victims. Right? Like, it's like, how do you slip those 2 words? It's kind of like that, because it's like, you already suspect this person of that, and then to have that slip, you understand what I'm saying? Which, of course, YouTube, if you are word scanning me right now, there's no such thing as fraud. There is absolutely no such thing as fraud.
I'm just some fucking guy.
Now, again, going deeper, because we can't just look at the surface level of this. In the video, right, that the quote-unquote context of the video is Biden literally talking about he has a system in place to fight against the accusations of fraud. He's basically saying, it's basically OJ saying, I already have all the good lawyers. I'm already getting my lawyers ready. Right? He's not saying he didn't murder. He's not saying, he's like, I know people are going to accuse me of murder. I already had the best lawyers for it. That's pretty much what Biden is talking about in the video. That is the context of the video. Imagine your president saying, oh, I have a system in place for when they accuse me of fraud. Because you're not confident enough that the people will vote you in. Does that make sense to you? Now I like to look at history. Not really, to be honest, but just to make analogies. I've made several other videos comparing people to other people from the past. Now I don't know if you know anything about Abraham Lincoln. I'm sure you paid a lot of attention in history class, but this was the election that led to the Civil War, the split of the United States of and America. What do I have? Do I have that? No, I don't. No, I don't. Hold on.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
Yeah. So this was the election that led to the Civil War, right? The split of the South and the North. And there is even voter fraud before bleached white paper, guys. And guess who was doing it? Agents of the Democratic Party had been convicted of forging soldiers' ballots and casting them for their candidate, George McClellan, the Democratic candidate. If McClellan was saying, "Oh, don't worry, guys, I'm preparing my lawyers to defend me if you guys accuse me of fraud," I'm sure McClellan also had a similar contingency plan.